What's up with this? Oh, it's backwards. That's why. Hello. So we are live today. We got the microphone on. We're just messing around with a little pattern. It's a short pattern, 36 feet. It kind of plays like a just broken down house shot. Only problem is you cannot move too far left or else it plays like a sport shot. So good for targeting, good for practice. I'm going to use this little 16-pound Radical Spy for a little bit. I cannot hear you. I have headphones in, but I can read your chat. So if you have anything cool to say, feel free to add it in the chat. And here we go. It's looking like it's a pretty clear signal. Okay. Get a little zoom going. I need to see that white screen. It's not even on. All right, first shot here. I'm going to stand around board 23. And we got the Radical Spy. We're just going to play it straight up and see where we're looking at. Yes. That looked wonderful for a warm-up shot. I feel stiff. Well, I can hear myself, so that's good. Alrighty. There it is. All right. So we're using a 16-pound. I do not have to throw it as hard. Let the ball do the work. Get a nice little twist at the end. And that's how we do it. I gotta get used to this weight. Okay. Make sure you stay through it with your palm. I like that I can hear my own voice notes. That's good. I'm afraid to play the outside edge because I know that there is no hook. Again, it's a sports shot, so This plastic ball actually forces you to be pretty accurate. I might put some surface on it, to be honest with you. That might help. See? And when you go that far out to the right, because it's a plastic, it doesn't come back or it doesn't want to hang onto the edge. House shot, we were messing around with that earlier. It actually plays really well because it's got that built-in, friction. See that ball, again, it trains you to be really accurate because I have to hit my mark. If I don't, we're hooking left or we're going into the gutter. There's really no other answer. And I kind of like that, but it's a simple ball motion, straight up. And this is just with the polish, plastic. We could mess around with the surface, but for now, I will just leave it as it is. Just hit your mark and you're good to go. Why would I want anything else? Not messing around with two-handed today. That's too far left. And again, I only moved about a board and a half, and that board and a half completely changed the reaction on the back end. All right, let's move a board back. Move back a board and a half, strike. That 16-pound makes a freaking difference. Wow. I don't have to throw it as hard, and I like that. I don't want to. I think there's some carry down going on, so I'm going to move even further right. So that is exactly what I want. We're in the pocket. That's we're seeing what's going on with the transition. The plastic is making more carry down, so good adjustment there. I might put some surface just to see what the comparison looks like within the video, but with this ball, it's like a 4-board room that you want to move left to right with. Outside of that, this isn't the ball you would want to use on this pattern. This ball is going to be a house shot killer because it controls the lanes. It's heavy. It knocks down the pins. I don't have to freaking throw it 1,000 miles an hour. Oh my God. I'm a happy camper, I'll tell you that. I'm going to share this link right now live to Facebook just so we have it. All right, so let's get it back to live. This ball is a killer. I can do so much with this ball as long as I keep my angle straight. And that's a good thing. You know, I feel like plastic balls are only thought of as spare balls, but like I haven't even surfaced this ball yet, and I know that it's valuable. Oh, I wanted to hang on to that gutter. Tried holding it a little bit lower on that last shot, see what that looks like. If you don't know, I'm watching my own shots after I shoot them, so that's why I take a little break. Okay, so that's too far right. So we've gone too far back to the right. Now we know there's a one spot to be in right now. Ay caramba. So I use a jagged edge right there. That ball is hooking a lot, so we don't want to use these right now. That's exactly what we want. I like that shot. I like having that second hand there for at least a half of it. that really does help with the whole pendulum of the swing. Seeing some carry down, so we're going to move a board right. All right, so that was a miss left, but we still got that pin tumblage from that 16 pound. Oh my God. So it looks like I need to start watching Tom Smallwood. So I like having that left hand there, but on like the second or third step, I kind of move it away. So if anyone's watching right now, hello, hello. We are bowling on a 36-foot sport pattern, but we're working with a 16-pound Radical Spy. It's a plastic ball with a reactive core. So the cool thing about this ball is it's kind of like a training ball. If you don't hit your spot, you're either going to hook left or you're going to throw it in the gutter. You can't move left with this ball because it has a plastic cover stock. If you move left and it's a sport pattern, you basically are going right into the gutter. And because it has a reactive core and there is a sport pattern, it will rip on you left. So you got to kind of have to hit your spot. That should be good there. All right. Felt good. Can't wait to see that one back. But that's exactly where you want it every single time. And I do notice that, there's occasional times where there is some carry down because I've been using the same ball. I've probably thrown it about 20 times already. So in actuality, I've had to move right more than I've had to move left. That's just a bad shot on me. So now, like in actuality, you think, all right, move a board, move 5 boards left. If you do that with this ball, it will not come back, and I mean that. So instead, I'm just going to make a better shot because that wasn't a good shot. I think that's the difference between practicing on sport and house. If you practice on sport, you just have to make a good shot. like that. That's a good shot. And I didn't change anything other than throwing it better. So sometimes I think with house shots, we get tricked into, oh, I missed. Let me move 5 boards left and just play with the hook. And I don't know if that's making your release any better. That's Brooklyn, but we'll take it because that's what we're doing today. We're taking things like that. Can't do anything about it other than throw it better. I want to see pocket hits today because I am playing on a tightrope. And if you know you're on a tightrope and you know you miss left or right, the last thing you should be doing is mother effing this or that. Just keep it in perspective. Like, it's practice. Just make a better shot. So that's twice Brooklyn. 2 options. I can throw it harder or move left. If you want to see what moving left looks like, I will do that, but it's not going to look pretty, I'll tell you. So we're going to make a 4-board move left. Instead of standing on 20, I'm going to stand right on 24. See if that opens things up a bit. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. All it took was 4 boards for me to know that this thing's not coming back. So we can stand there and try to slow down the ball speed. That's an option. Or we can rotate our wrist a bit. So let's try the first. We're just going to slow it down about 30%. Okay, ball speed seemed to help a bit, but I'm throwing it so slow there that I'm just babying it. So let's see if we can get a little bit more rotation on it. Okay, so I like that rotation. Now let's just hit our mark. Turn the wrist about, I don't know, a couple notches to the left. That seemed to slow it down a bit. All right, so that's the answer right there. Slowed it down, and we cocked our wrist a bit. That gave it that nice back end reaction. Little bit of break point. And I think that's the fun of having a practice with one ball and just kind of knowing all the different things you can do with one ball, given any circumstance. Again, this is just a plastic ball. All right, so that's 2 in a row. It looks like we made a good adjustment. We have a little bit more mid room there. but I really have to keep it slow and know that that core wants to react on the back end, but you just have to get it there. Okay, that's just a miss. You know, that's just a miss left. We know that. So pretty soon, I'm either going to start trying out a couple different ball options, or I'm going to put some surface on this. Almost ate shit there. All right. So if anyone's in the comments right now, let me know if you want to see surface on this plastic ball, or if we're going to move over to something else. Because I'm getting ready to make a decision. All right. So, got a couple of different options. I think I'm going to put the lowest surface that I have on this ball. So I'm going to shoot it one more time just to show you what this polished shot looks like. Then we're going to put on maybe about 2,000 or 3,000. Oh, it froze on one of my good shots. That's great. Let's do that one more time. Oh, that's a miss left all day from the hand, from the jump. All right, now we're going to shift over left about 50 boards almost. No, about 10 boards and throw some reactive. All right, as we're seeing, we are hooking now. See what this hammer looks like. Wow. lot of zip with that ball. And see, this is why urethane is used. Holy friction. Wow. So there is a hold from that plastic I've been using. I will tell you that. These 15s feel so light now.
That's what I was saying. After you're 16 a couple times, I picked up the 15 and it felt like
It was like a toy.
It almost felt like I was going with a 12, but I wasn't.
Zoom. Yeah, you're right. Seriously. I'm tired.
Which one, you didn't have this one last week, did you?
No, but it's the same thing. This is the cover stock's too strong. So when I mean like this is a reactive cover stock, so it wants to hook the lanes and grip the lanes. So what it does is as soon as it's hooking, it reads all the hook and just wants to go left. That's why the only ball that's wanting to go through is this plastic and this plastic. Difference is this one has a core. This one does not. So this one's like those. And if you want to throw these, you can see like this ball that watch this one. You shouldn't miss that far left being that far left. But that's why it's not good for this pattern. Because I want to try over here. Here. I think there's we got one person on. Yeah, as soon as it gets midway through, it stops. It just wants to go left. That felt like a house ball because that's exactly what a house ball is.
Well, pound lighter.
Yep. No core.
I'll try this one.
Yep. Watch. Throw it the same way. Watch. Throw it the same way. There's all the variables, but the main is the core.
I do feel like I think that one a little bit more out, but still.
Yep.
It is a pound hit. Might just be.
That ball should have hooked back more, but you threw it in a different area, so it's hard to judge. You know what I mean? But
all right, we'll try it.
That purple one would be good for you, just because it's no. This one, just because you're familiar with it. Like it's what you hook all the time when you mess around with house balls.
Makes sense.
It's gonna feel exactly like that. It's no different. Yeah. Now, one thing I wanted to do on the video was I wanted to mess around with the surface because the surface on this is all the way polished, but I can put a layer of something that'll give it a little bit more grip. Then I should be able to throw it harder. So if you want to throw a shot, I can do that real quick. So yeah. So I kind of wanted just to see on film what that would look like. Unless I don't know, that way you can throw a shot or two, yeah, just so it's not a dead time. Correct, and that's like a plastic.
You told me it was
like a middle. Yep, it's like a tween. Yep, that's the way to put it. The cover stock read the lane, and because it wants to roll early, plastic gives you that zoo. Because this pattern. Now, if it was a different pattern, that urethane would be played differently. But that's why I identify. Oh, it's not going to work right now. Now, what did you do differently?
I moved to the left and threw a little harder.
There you go. You read what the oil did. Yep. Yeah. So it could work. Now, try to repeat the shot. That's where it gets interesting, where you have to really test it out and go, is this repeatable? close. House shot would have struck. That was a good enough line on a house that would probably come back and just struck. Sports shots are designed to piss you off. So you just have to let it be. In case anyone's wondering, I'm putting some 3000 surface on this Spy because that's going to give it a little bit more hold. Again, we wanted to see what it looked like just fresh, but now you're definitely going to see the difference. And I'm kind of curious as well. You know, they always say knock off the shine. That's exactly what I'm doing right now. Lane man. We need a lane man. Oh, dude, I had to talk to you about something. I'll finish when we finish. Because you're used to it. You know what to do on it. Remember how you're like, I like to do this and that? I'm like, so put that ball in your hands. It's going to feel like a heavier version of that. It's like home. That ball feels like home to you. Now, that doesn't mean it's the best ball, but that's kind of what I'm using. I'm using that radical. Because this pattern's so tricky that you move left, over hook, you move right. Like, you understand. So I'm going to show you what's going to happen with this ball now. This is where it gets cool. Surface. So remember how this ball was shiny? Now we've taken it and made it a little bit more dull. And it will stay dull now until I ask Kyle to repolish it up again. I should give it a little bit more grip. So like instead of standing on 20, actually stand on 20. Let's see what it looks like. Yep. Okay, so now we can move a little bit left with it. I gave it some tire marks, basically. That's the best way to think about surface. Put like more grip on your ball. So now we can move left and try to open up our angle. The bigger angle we have, more mist room we have. So I would maybe go like 4 boards left. So start at 24. Just throw at the exact same ball speed, just so we're only changing one variable. And see, it's gripping and wanting to come back. So maybe a 2-board difference. It's a 4, yep. Cut the distance in half. And now we at least know, all right, if we make a good shot, this should strike. You have to trust that and know, like, I just shot 2, you know, like. Little.
From there, it would be like a little bit more of
A half board, right? Yep, to give it a little bit more of snap.
But I know I can't tell you I can't be consistent with that same throw. My knee's starting to hurt.
Then let's shut you down. Yeah,
for sure though.
But you can tell. So this here is, I put 3,000 on this. You can get all the way down to 500. So there's 3,000, 2,100, 500 grit. And the more grit, the more it's going to grip it and make it want to hook. So I put the minimum. But the minimum made an adjustment already. So maybe 2,000 is the right answer for this ball. And then, again, now I can take this ball around and just know that 2,000 is the most that this ball can handle, where it can give me that good carry, where it doesn't affect the carry. Once you start getting down in grit, it's going to start rolling like this. Because this one has a 500 grit on it. This one rolls early, roll left. So you have to find that happy balance. And, you know, per tournament, if you know I'm going to go to a tournament, it's going to be at 42 feet, you bring your best 6 balls that are going to fall in line A, B, C, D, E, F, and then you just go and trust that that's what's going to usually, you start with A and B. Maybe A is the right one, maybe B is the right one. All right, B is the right one. What are my options now? C, D, E. And you just know after about 10 throws, your whole ball, the surface has changed. So you have to know it's time to switch to a ball that gives me the right surface to match the oil. That's why people bring more than one.
Well, yeah, I overheard Andrew. He told me that I guess
Maybe not buy. Who told you that?
Andrew.
Andrew. Not buy, but you want to polish it. So if I was using this ball as my spare ball, I would want that polished before I'd go to a tournament. Right now, it's not because I've been throwing it a little bit more than it needs to. So if I want to hit a 10 pin, it might hook a little at the last second, and I don't want that. Like this ball, because I put surface on it, I would never use it as a spare ball. That one doesn't have surface on it, and if I were going to a tournament, I would make sure it's polished. And you can just put some polish on it or have them do it. It's like $5, but it just depends, because then you know, like I've made the variables the most in my favor.
Yeah, well, now you don't have excuses. You don't leave any excuses for yourself.
Right. And if you miss, you go, well, I polished it. I just suck. And you could at least have that like honest conversation with yourself versus there's been times where I've not polished it. And you throw it and you go, should have done it. You see that late back end hook. So let's see what this looks like now. Now I can move a little bit more left. Oh, that wasn't pretty, but I could even move more left. That's what I know. Off of one shot, I know that. Why would I move right?
Yeah.
You wouldn't, right? But that means the surface is doing what I need it to do. It gave me the ability to move left and have it hook more. So although that's not the prettiest shot, knowing what, if it would have gone to the 10 pin, I would have gone, what the fuck? It would have made no sense to me. So I'm going to go to like 26. I can go even more. All right, go even more, throw it harder. Now I've changed the ball entirely. I didn't want to go before over here that far. Now it's reading early and then going left. Before it was gliding through. It's not gliding anymore. So I have to know that and go, well, fuck, now what do I do? I completely changed the ball. So we got to make it work. Let's see. Let's go 28. Okay, so 28 is too far. So somewhere between 24, 26 with a little bit more ball speed. That's the answer. And now I would repeat that 10 times until I lock it in and go, okay. I like more when it had polish on it, though, to be honest with you. So that's the beauty of it. Yeah, that's the beauty of it. These things can go to many different surfaces, many different times. So it's not like a.
That's how you can't reverse it.
You have to know. And yep. Well, second day. Yeah. So. So I threw that one harder. Same spot, just throw it harder. And if I did 10 shots and had 7 of them strike, now I know, cool. Now I'm practicing accuracy. So now then we would say, now that I'm lined up, what arrow do I want my ball to go through? And where do I want my ball to land? And that's all I want to think about. Because everything else has been figured out, really. And watching the ball go through the back of the pins. Now, maybe if I throw it 5 times, this is like next level. You don't have to think about this, but maybe I throw it 5 times on the same trek, because plastic pushes oil. Maybe there creates some carry down. So after 5 times, maybe there's some light hits. And if I see the light hit, maybe scoot a bit right.
You make up for it every time.
You have to be watching. If you're not, you're gonna be at yep. It's always changing, and you can't just stand. Now lefties, if lefties are listening, they're gonna talk shit. But lefties can basically stand in the same spot 10 times as longer. There's less transition. So once they line up, game over for them.
Yeah. Plus, we say guys playing on that pattern throughout the whole day, and one of those guys is a lefty, 9 of them is a righty.
Think about the ratio. 90% is being used up by 9 guys.
Is that fair, though?
Lefty, be a lefty. Or learn how to do this. Ready? Well, just saying, it took me a long time to figure that out.
I can so much.
A lot of people, again, that's a game changer that I don't even.
My fingertips.
Yeah, you have to have the right fit to go. Trust me, man. I've games and games and games of figuring that out. Because then lefties see you and they go, "What the f- get on your own side." I swear to you, bro. It's just think about it like this. Just think about it as pushing it forward with a little twist. Yeah, and don't get your fingers too far into it. You almost like just want to have your fingers like on the outside, and that's how I just and you have to get really far left because all you're doing is your arms coming right here, your arms going right through here, and you're using the gutter as like your cutoff zone. So I'm hooking and then the gutter, nope, don't drop it in the gutter is what I tell myself. And that keeps you lined up because lefties don't have to hook the whole lane. They get infinite oil. So you just have to get a straight line to the pocket. I had a, yeah, I'll tell you that later.
I'm gonna have to.
Yeah, sorry. A little non-YouTube conversation. I'll tell you after. So let me see. All right, so let's try to repeat a couple shots with that 28 or 26 was it was, yeah, 26. Nice and easy because it's 16. Hooked it. Just a bad shot. All right, just a bad, shitty shot. There's nothing else to say. And in my mind, it's because I'm worried about the gutter, but I shouldn't be because I put surface on it. Stuff that you have to. Sorry, I don't want to keep you. I know you're busy. What time is it? I'm gonna get out of here pretty soon. I'm gonna do like one more noon. Let's put more surface on it. So now I'm gonna put 1,000 on it. So I might as well just do it one time and then 3. I'm gonna put 1,000 on it. It's gonna hook more, way more. So now I'm gonna have to move left. Treat it like a wannabe reactive.
Okay, what does it take now?
500. Yep.
Okay.
So now, and at least I can just have this compiled on one video because I don't. Once I do this, I'm probably gonna put it back to the original and leave it.
Really, they play similar. I don't know if the 1 pound difference in the 1,000. Yeah. They play a little
You can see it too. As soon as you start doing it, you go. It's like it's just scuffing it up. Usually, you have a machine do this. It just makes it easier, a little bit more efficient. Plus, it's tiring doing this.
Yeah, I've seen them kind of set the ball and it spins for you.
Yep. Or you can get a handheld one, just attached to a screwdriver or not screwdriver, drill saw. Just zzz. All right, so we're putting 1,000 surface on this right now just to see what this ball can really do. And I am sweating. I need water and food. So this is the end. I was at the gym at 4:30 this morning. I'm gassed, to say the least. Ready for a nap.
I biked like 30 miles. That's it.
You did what?
I biked like 30 miles in a day.
Jesus. Oh yeah, for Walmart, right?
Yeah.
That's wild. Just hey, before you have you ever had a summer here?
So I came at the back end of the summer.
Okay, so you had a little taste of it, man. Yeah, just be thinking about that.
Gigantic oven.
It's gonna, yeah. There's really no way. Again, and I'm not telling that to you as far as like I used to have to stand in it, being in construction with a shovel and mop and all that stuff. Just long sleeves.
Yeah, me too. That's what
These
I did
melt-
before. It's like, well, it's a little bit. It's a 10 degrees difference.
Where
Plus, it's more dangerous.
is in Florida though,
Yeah, in Florida,
but
yeah,
it's
like-
humid,
Yeah, it's
so it's different. But
it's worse here. You gotta be more safety protocol. You know.
Yeah.
But I still wore long sleeves and Carhartt, you know, like yada yada, because I didn't like the whole sunburn thing.
I guess it just depends on which one you like or don't like. I can handle dry heat, but it's just you got to be hydrated properly. As long as you have the right stuff, then you'll be okay. But I just, you're biking and stuff, so I'm just like, make sure you hydrate and don't kill yourself. All right, so you see this guy now? Yeah, it looks like it looks a lot more like the other ones now. Yeah, this ball used to be pretty. Now it looks like all the other ones. So let's see that first throw. Watch this. All right, so we got 1,000 on this now. Show the camera how dull it is. I wonder how late it is. Oh, there we go. Now it's popping up. Okay. So I'm going to stand in the 26 spot, the same spot I was at before. So it ended up over on there, like on the left side. And I threw it really hard where I was just striking. I threw it really hard right where we just carried and struck. So now it's way over there. So I have to adjust now, knowing that ball is different. So let's just move as far left as I can. Let's try to throw it in the gutter. So I was at 26. I'm going to go to 32. So that's too far, about 30. 30 should be good. And I don't know if that's the best for the ball, though, because and now we're getting into the territory of balls that are designed for that reason. Plastic ball shouldn't hook the whole lane. So now but to see it, though, and to know, like, this would make no sense long term. Unless I'm, like, striking like crazy from over here, I would never do this. Brooklyn. Okay, let's get it out to the right. So this would not ever be a good surface for this ball. I don't like this at all. Because it either reminds me of a plastic where it's not giving me any hook because I'm throwing it so damn hard. Yeah, I liked it better at 3,000. 3,000 seemed to be the best. Too much surface. Too much surface. Yeah, so you have to mess around with the ball speed way too much. I'm going to shut this down for one last good strike, and then that will be it. Let's throw this guy for the win. Oh, tired. So, lesson learned, don't put 1000 surface on your plastic ball. Whew. So it still does, believe it or not, create some carry down. All right, I'm done. I'm tired. Oh. I'm done, Z's. 1 hour done.